Hey guys, it's me, Liz, from Liz Vista's Flosstube. It has been quite a while since my last video. 3 or 4 weeks, I don't know. I just haven't been stitching a lot. Like, I stitch for like half an hour in the morning, if I'm lucky, before work. And then after work, if I think about it. Sometimes on the weekends, I can sit and do it, but I just haven't been stitching a lot. So I figured I would wait until I finished the second row of my adventure time before I made a video. So I did that this morning, so I will show you guys. So I've only worked, I think, on 3 things. Let me see if the iPad says. Oh, well, here you go. You guys can look at this too. Just because it happened to be here. My little girl, when I say my little girl is like a clone, she looks so much like me, it's ridiculous. I showed my mom this, and she for a second thought I was just showing her pictures of Maggie. That's me when I was little, and that's Maggie. So, there's no doubt she's definitely my kid. Okay, now back to what we were doing. Let's let this load. It's sinking. So, like I said, I haven't been stitching a lot. I did work on charting a couple of patterns, and I want to do a machine embroidered quilt but make it look like cross stitch. So I think I got a block that will work, that has kind of an X, and then I'm trying to figure out which of these tiny cross stitch patterns will work and be obvious that it's supposed to look like cross stitch. So I've been working on that. So that's been kind of fun. And then once I figure out which pattern I like best, I can figure out the colors of the fabric I need to get to do it. Then I'll have to get the sewing machine back out because I put it away. Okay, so that for sure is those 2. So yeah, I've worked on wow, did I really not film since August? Huh, I might not have filmed at all during September. So that's that. Yeah, so I've got a few things to show, and I don't know if I showed them already. And I know for a fact that I was very bad and I did not take pictures after my last video. So I'll have to tell you where I was last time or insert a screen cap. So we'll start with this one because it's right here. I have picked up my Myths and Legends. I call it Myths and Legends because I'm using the flower silks from Stitchy Box that are the silks that are named for it's named Myths and Legends. Floss of Myth and Legend, I think. So I have done some on it. I took it to work with me a few days. Like I said, I only get like 15-20 minutes. But here's where I got to. I am working on this row. I only had like the little point of it. So I finished that diamond and started this one. And this color is Demeter's Harvest. So it's kind of fall colors, fire colors, I don't know. It's really cool. So I just figured, I hadn't picked it up in a while, and I felt like I should. So I took that with me a couple days. And I worked a lot on the Stitcherovia Beach piece. This is another one. I know I did not take a picture, but I know where it was. So I've gotten a lot done. I'm almost done with the bee. So here's where I got to. So I had some of the waves. So I had this much done. So I've finished almost all of this. And this pink goes up to this line, and then that's the top of the bee. So I'm almost done with the first letter. And it's super, super cute. I do wish I would have used white fabric so you could see where the holes in the bee are a little bit better, but I'm not starting over, so it's cute. I like it. And each letter has like a thing coming off of it. So like the birds are coming off of this one. I think in the next one, there's a kite. I don't know. I can't remember. So that's that one. I also worked on garden, I think. No, I did not. So I must have filmed since then because I know I showed that last time. So I think the only other thing I did was Adventure Time. And I've worked on this one a lot. I think here's where I'm at. I'll see if I can insert a screen cap of where I was before. But I think I was to where this Y-shaped black is. I think that's where I was last time. So 2 blocks worth across. So I've done all of her head. I finished the pink this morning. So this top, this is 2 of the rows for Royal Rose. And then I get to come back over here and work my way over again. So it's turning out great. The pattern, I can show you how far I have it charted already. I'm not even halfway through charting the pattern. So I am at 21% of stitching, but that's only 21% of the less than half of the pattern. So it's really probably more like 10%. But let's see. I think I can show you how far I have it. Come on. Okay, yeah. New mock-up. So this is how far I have charted. That's how big it is. So this line here is the midpoint. So that's all I have charted. And I've stitched 20% of this. So probably 20% of 40% of the actual picture. And then this little blob was a part that I had missed when I took my pictures. I missed this little strip here, so I went ahead and did it. So I'm to just under her crown, so this next row should have her face. So that's pretty cool. I really like it. And it's nice because it doesn't look like anything while you're stitching. You're like, oh, this doesn't look like anything. But as you go, you can see the swirls and you can see the cool stuff. So that's what I've been working on. I haven't stitched really anything else. Excuse me, I have hiccups. I don't really have any haul, I don't think. I don't think I've gotten anything. I've gotten some charts. What am I thinking? Of course, I've been on Etsy and bought stuff. Let's see. I bought some patterns because I can't stop, because I love it. And some of them are ones that I just have wanted for a long time and I really want to do them. So this one's called, it's from Cross Stitch Kits Allah, and I thought it was a really cool mandala. It's kind of like watermelon colored. So I thought that was kind of cool. And my plan is not to do the whole thing. So I've seen on Pinterest, you know, if you look for cross stitch patterns on Pinterest, there's generally ones that come up as some Russian website where it's like people have scanned in pages of magazines and stuff, and basically they're showing a stolen pattern. But the way this was broken down, they had this mandala. The way it was broken down on the page, it was a really cool way. I thought it would look really neat. So it was like split here and a little bit under the flower. So it was like that was one page. And I thought that'd be kind of cool. So it'd be like a corner with a mandala instead of the whole thing. So I got that because I thought that'd be fun to do like a corner of it. Without having to do all the repetitiveness of an actual mandala. And this one I think I got to use those Fuldani silks on, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'll do it or not. But this one is from Owl Stitching House. And it's 5 colors, so there's white, blue, purple. 3 colors. White, blue, and purple. And so my cross stitch quilt, I've been trying to find, even if it's like a little thing out of a pattern that would be 20 stitches wide. I thought it could blow up to a quilt. So I have a few options that I'm working on. Then I got this one because I've had it in my wish list for a while and I think it was on sale. And it is London. And it's just monochrome. So I thought that was cool. And I figured I could get a really cool fancy floss. Do it on a cool background. I think that's really it. I think that's all I've got. Because that I think I showed last time. That I know I showed last time. Yeah. So that's it. I don't even have any haul. Another reason I haven't been stitching is because I've been obsessed with these bingo games on my phone. So it's nice to be able to just veg out and do a tiny bit of gambling on my phone. So I play those. It's been more fun with Maggie at kindergarten, so it's been stressful still. She's getting better. They're able to keep her in the classroom for most of the day. Like for like the first half of the day, they could keep her occupied in the classroom without her running off. But after lunch, that's when it gets tough. Because it's like, after that, she's just done. She doesn't want to do anything anymore. She wants to play. So we're going through some stuff still. I started some evaluation process with the school psychologist. So we'll see how this all goes. She didn't get to go on a field trip yesterday because they were afraid she would run off and they wouldn't be able to catch her, and it was at a farm. So they're like, you just really don't think she would be safe. So she stayed home and she was fine until like she had a bath and she was sitting on my lap like she always does after a bath, because I sit there and hold her with a towel. And I said, well, you get to go to school tomorrow. And she's like, well, I wanted to go today. And I said, no, you know, they were doing something that you couldn't do. And she's like, I really wanted to go on the field field trip. It's like, shoot, I didn't think she even knew about the field trip. Like, whatever. I said, well, keep working. You're doing better. Keep working so you can go on the next one. So, here's hoping. Other than that, that's pretty much it. She was trying to, I was sitting downstairs eating my dinner. She had decided she didn't want to eat dinner, so we told her to go upstairs and go to her room. And it started getting really quiet. And I finished my dinner. I'm like, it's really quiet. I came upstairs. She was standing on a little step stool with one of the little fishy nets and was trying to catch fish in the fish tank. Yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing? Get down. What are you doing? And she's like, well, I dropped one and I don't know where he went. He jumped out of the net. I'm like, what? Get out of my room. So I'm looking everywhere for this fish that she said jumped out of the net, and she doesn't know where it went. And I hear this real far away. And I'm like, what is that? Where? And luckily I found him. He was on the floor and he was flapping his tail and he was hitting this plastic tote so I could hear it. So I scooped him up and threw him in the water, and he was pretty stressed out, but he seems to be okay. It was one of my, it was my rainbow fish, my turquoise rainbow fish. So that was fun. And then I'm like, well, since she already stirred all the gravel up, I might as well clean the tank and change out the water and change out some of the water, clean the filter cartridges, and oh man, I haven't changed that filter cartridge in so long. It was disgusting. So the whole tank was gross. So it was a whole big thing. I had to lug water back and forth. And right now I am waiting to hear from a guy. I'm looking for my phone. Wow. Waiting to hear from a guy about a car. So see if I can get approved for some financing. Because I'd kind of rather spend the $1,200 that they said it's going to cost to replace my catalytic converter. It's going to cost $1,200 because of the way they cut it. They chopped up like the O2 stuff, so they have to replace more than just the catalytic converter. And it's like, I could do that, or I can use that $1,200 to put as a down payment on a new used car. So I'm gonna try to get a new used car because I have a feeling that there's other things about to go wrong with the Element. And as much as I love it, I don't want to put a whole bunch of money into it and then a month from now have something else big that costs a bunch of money. So kind of think I'm gonna trade it in, but my mom doesn't know I'm doing that. But so hopefully he will call me back sometime before 7. I think he's there until 7. And let me know if I can get this car or not. And if I can, I gotta print up pay stubs. I gotta go get my title out of the safe in the garage, and I'll see if I can go tomorrow after work. It's also 2 hours away, so fun. But other than that, I'm just planning on stitching away. Yeah, just keep working on stuff. I haven't really done much. Like I said, it's been bad. It's been rough, but we're getting there. So I will see you guys next time. Hopefully it'll only be a couple weeks. It's not worth doing every week because I'm just not getting enough stitching done to show. So it'll probably be 2 weeks, maybe 3. Just depends on how much stitching I get done. So I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.